Hi, welcome to Intro to Western Philosophy, which is Phil 101, Section 13, CRN 42825. This is an online course. And as you see through the semester, I'm going to be recording video lectures for you, like this one, and posting them to YouTube so that you can follow along and hopefully get something from the rather vast amount of material that I'm about to share with you this semester. The purpose of this, your first welcome video lecture, is to take you through the course syllabus and get you ready and acquainted with some of the teaching methods that we are going to be using this semester. So the first thing you'll find on the syllabus is my name. It's Grant Welcomef. You'll see I do have an office in O'Dowd Hall in room 349, which frankly is a glorified storage closet. Walk by sometime if you've got a chance. You'll see it's where they store all of their old AV technology, old computers that are waiting to die, and part-time instructors like myself. But since this is an online course, I'm not going to be there all that much this semester. If it's absolutely dire and you need to meet me in person, it's possible that I could arrange to come to campus, but I should explain a couple of things about myself as well. I'm Canadian, and I'm actually rather far into Canada right now as I'm recording this lecture. I'm actually sitting in a room in Niagara Falls, Canada. They've actually done me the favor of giving me these online courses to keep my commute and border crossings to a minimum, and this works out nicely for you, keeping the on-campus meetings to a minimum as well. Actually, this course will require no on-campus meetings, and it will be conducted completely through Moodle online. So, as you can see from the syllabus here, this course meets virtually. I do maintain my email address. It's yoakum@oakland.edu. If you have any questions about the course whatsoever, please don't hesitate to contact me via that email address. I will do my absolute best to respond to your emails in as timely a fashion as possible. And please, I encourage you, if you have any course questions or difficulties, please don't hesitate to contact me. Myself, I've been teaching for the Department of Philosophy at Oakland University for like 7 years now. It's winter semester 2005. I came on board, and I like the university. I like the instruction that it offers, and it's generally a high-quality department, so I'm happy to be part of it, and for as long as I have been part of it. My training in philosophy comes from first the University of Windsor and Brock University, which is actually that way, about 20 minutes down the road from where I'm sitting right now. I did my graduate degree in philosophy at Brock, and it basically focused on social political philosophy and ethics. This course will be focusing in on a specific theme. It's my hope to introduce you generally, starting at the beginning of the history of Western philosophy and proceeding sort of by spot checking that history of Western philosophy, but under the generalized theme of the sort of interplay between desire and the faculty of reason. Right. So you'll see that theme develop through this course, and leading up to philosophy as recent as, and believe it or not, this is recent for philosophy, about 130 years ago. So that's what we'll be taking a look at in this course. So I've been at this, I've actually been teaching for colleges and universities in the Michigan area and for the University of Windsor for about the past 8 years now, so I should be able to guide you through this course without too many problems. Now, scrolling down through your syllabus, what you will find is that there are a number of required textbooks. Oakland University has me put that boilerplate information with the course catalog description and cross-cutting capacities and objectives. You found the course, so I assume you've read that. And I'm going to leave that to you to read. The required textbooks for this course are all found at the Oakland University bookstore, and I've tried to keep these textbooks as cheap as possible because I remember what it was like being a student, right? So what I've purchased, had the bookstore purchased and actually purchased myself, are a series of as cheap as possible books. The first three are from a publishing house by the name of Hackett. Those three are Plato's 5 Dialogues. The second is Plato's Phaedrus. And the third is Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. Now, those books are as cheap as I could make them and still retain some quality in the translation. The next book is Hobbes' Leviathan, and that's a Penguin translation, and they keep the cost of that, as well as the last book, The Portable Nietzsche, pretty cheap as well. The only expensive book I've chosen for this course is The Essential Kierkegaard, and for that book, I use it every semester, and I encourage you to save all of your books and, in fact, build the library of books so that you can refer back to them at later points, but that book, since I use it every semester, should be resaleable at the bookstore as well. So, those will be your textbooks for the course, and I try to keep them as cheap as possible for you. But these books are absolutely wonderful books. I should also say, you're probably freaked out about the amount of reading, especially with 6 books for this course. We are going not all the way through any one of these books. The Plato's 5 Dialogues. Through that book, I will introduce you to the character Socrates, who's actually a historical figure and who we don't really know anything about because he himself never wrote anything down, except through what we get from his student Plato. Right? So that's why it's Plato's 5 Dialogues, but the philosopher we'll be studying in the 2 of those 5 dialogues is Socrates. The second of the books is Plato's Phaedrus, and I'll be taking you through like 49 pages of that particular text. Right? So the point is I try to keep the reading requirements for this course manageable, and you should be able to keep up, hopefully without any problems. Now, I should warn you about the readings. The nature of the material has these readings trying to make extremely precise claims, and as such, some of the readings will get a little bit dense, and that's where these video lectures come in. So hopefully these video lectures will supplement your reading, isolating important ideas, arguments, and themes from the work in question, and should hopefully culminate in sort of a well-rounded understanding of sort of a spot check version of about 2,000 years of Western philosophy. As you can see, this is fairly difficult to achieve. So what I've tried to pick are representative figures from various fields in philosophy, and we'll see that as this course develops. Now, basically how you are going to be graded in this course, there are going to be a total of 3 exams, 2 midterm exams and a final exam, each worth 30% each, totaling to 90% of your course marks. So the overwhelming bulk of your course grade is going to come from these examinations, which are going to be fairly writing intensive. Each will consist of directed questions and 5 or 6 of them in total. I'm blanking on this. 6 questions in total, 3 on each figure. You see what I've done is there are 2 figures on each exam, and I ask 3 sort of essay-style questions on each figure that we're studying. So each question will be worth, believe it or not, 5% of your final grade. And otherwise, we have a discussion forum, which I'll say more about in a minute.